What's the motherfucking word? RPM. Resistant political manipulation. You understand? You know that. You know that to be a necessary position to take. That's how I came up with it. It's fucking right down the middle. Neutral as fuck. It means whatever the hypnotized people think it means. It means whatever the quote unquote woke people think that it means. If you're a right wing kind of a guy, you feel me when I say resist the political manipulation because you believe the other side is trying to use politics to manipulate the people into the wrong fucking direction, and you feel it important to do all of the things that you do on your side to prevent the other side from gaining control because we all believe, left, right, or indifferent, that bad people getting their hands on the government steering wheel will drive us into the abyss, into the bullshit. We all know that. I just say that I don't think that anybody getting their hands on the left, right, or whoever is really uh, deserving of or can be trusted with that kind of level of control. We're not meant to be telling the whole grown to do. And you can tell in the nature of things. You can look at your own natural life and tell that there's something problematic with the idea of government, period. This level of control over so many people, get the fuck out of here. Sounds like a bad idea. Sounds like a very bad idea. Like it will never work without conflict. I can't tell my kids what the fuck to do. They resist me from birth. It's a constant struggle to get them to go along with something that I believe is going to protect them and give them the proper tools to get through life. Basic things. They just fight the whole time. What toddler do you know is completely obedient? This is a toddler. Don't even know what the fuck it means to be on planet Earth, but what he does know is that the people that gave him life, that ain't good enough. They don't feel like you can tell them what the fuck to do all the time. They go along when they agree. Like it's a natural thing because I know for damn sure my mom stopped telling me what to do and stopped having such a strong hold on control of me when I turned 18. Uh, she can't tell me what to do. She can give me advice. I don't give a fuck how good her advice is. It's not going to matter. It's up to me to take heed, to even give her an ear to even listen to her in the first place, and then to potentially take heed. It's all up to me. But she cannot tell me what to do. Gave me life and can't tell me what the fuck to do. Damn sure can't use force and threat to tell me what to do, even when she gave me life. You know what that means? Nobody else has a fucking chance in the world, bro, unless you use extreme force and violence. And it's the only way government has ever got me to go along with any fucking thing they are doing or talking about, unless I just so happen to agree with them. I don't do 150 down the fucking road because I agree with the sentiment. That does not mean that the fucking speed limit sign is going to stop me. It almost does. I'm almost always going slightly above what the fuck it is that they are suggesting. And that's saying, oh, fuck the law. I do what I want. I think I got this under control. And if I don't, hey, deal with me. When I create a victim, when I've damaged some property or hurt some physical bodies, if I deprive anybody of any of their shit, their physical shit, then yeah, there's a problem. Beyond that, boy, no victim, no crime. And in order to get me along with all your shit, you gotta be crazy violent, and you gotta be fucking good at it, or else I'm not gonna listen to you. And that's a damn shame that the only way they get my compliance or anybody else's compliance, for the most part, is with this illusion of authority and extreme force and violence coming behind everything they do and say. And because of that, I don't have to like them. That puts them in a position, that puts them in a bully position, man. I'm surprised that people go along with government so much, man. I'm surprised, man. It's a mind blowing thing. Yo, what's up to anybody watching me? I'm kind of getting into this habit of doing short live streams on my way to work and shit. I kind of like that. The clicking ain't going on in my dash. Let me not jinx that, but I don't know what the fuck that is going on. I'm going to have to go get that fixed because I would like to get one of those little hanging things that put your phone about right here so I can easily lock in and do these live streams from the car whenever I get these little opportunities. Uh, but yeah, real talk, real quick. I want to talk about deal breakers. You talk about deal breakers, recognition of the extreme force and violence that comes behind all of the government shit. They can act like they are proposing things to you or regulating administering over things. But what you need to know is everything they do comes with a threat of force and violence behind it. That even if it's only implied, you have to know that they are dead serious, and it is a very critical part of what it is that they are doing and saying to you when they do their government shit. If a cop was to say to you, "Or I will kill you," after every sentence that he said to you, he wouldn't be exaggerating. He would just be thinking out loud, because that's exactly what the fuck he means. And I think that if I say these things, if I recognize these things and point these things out to people, you would have to say that what I say was some kind of exaggeration or a lie, or not at all how it works. Or you have to calculate that into how you see these things and then make a fucking choice, because I don't think we're supposed to be okay with this. I think that's a deal breaker, the recognition of the force and violence behind what it is that they're doing and saying it's a deal breaker. And not to say that government should not exist because of that. What I'm saying is you should do any and all things possible to say, hey, this part of how you think you finna do this doesn't exist anymore. Now do all of the good shit you claim to be doing without the power of illusion of thinking that this is going to be okay, because it's not. We will fuck y'all up, bruh. Like, that's where that's supposed to go. That's the way that was supposed to be. Otherwise, you're telling me on some level, for some reason, certain bullies get to rock that bully shit. They get to threaten you with force and violence behind goods and services that they try to convince you of as being good and absolutely necessary. And things that are good, absolutely necessary, don't need to be forced. They don't need to be forced and backed up by a death threat, because there's absolutely, once government says that they have a conflict with you or that they on your ass about something, I don't give a fuck if it comes to you in a sweetheart letter, smelling like perfume, delivered to your house. Doesn't matter if they reaching out to you saying that that your involvement and reaction is required for some government shit that they feel like you owe them or you need to get involved with. Just know that behind all that perfume and the sweet pink envelope, if they were to mail you anything at all in the fucking mail, what comes behind that? Just know that they will send armed men to your motherfucking house about that shit if you don't react in an orderly fashion. Period. I don't know if I could do that to provide any goods or services to people. I don't give a fuck how necessary or beneficial I think it is. If I was a massage therapist and I had access to a bunch of working women who work hard doing physical labor, and they could surely use a foot massage and a back rub and all of that good shit, I cannot force that back rub on no women. They're going to call that something. And I don't give a fucking fuck how bad they need it or how good I am at doing it. I could not force it. Not with no direct or indirect threats of force and violence. Damn sure not with a gun. I can't make them sign up for my fucking back massages, man. And it don't matter what the doctor recommendation is for how badly they need that shit. Boy, they call that something. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care how good your services is, man. You can't force me to take shit. If I say no, then the answer's got to be no. And a government existing in voluntary terms would really, really show us and them how necessary is your shit. I get to opt out at any given time. I get to delegate where my tax dollars go or where they don't go. Because all this stuff that we supposedly using these taxes for, they got a middleman in the middle with their hand in the cookie jar. That's the government. I ain't never seen a political team of politicians out on the streets on the construction site. That's not your state governor, a couple senators, the chief of police, and all these other people. That's not who makes up your construction team, bro. So why all these other people involved in the money movement for this shit? We could do little simple individual or private contracts with these people, with this equipment, to build these roads and to build these buildings and stuff. The government guy being in the middle of it to administrate these things, there's another way to do that. There's no way that's the best society can do. There's no way that we wouldn't recognize or figure out what is important to make society go along in a comfortable way that we are used to if government wasn't there to be all in the middle, fucking shit up, doing no work, but pretending to be administrating any fucking thing, man.
A lot of the shit that they are administrating is the bullshit that they're doing. Is the bullshit that keeps them in control. They're in there protecting their position mostly, and then playing helpful by being involved in all this other shit that we don't even need them for. And if it was that fucking important and taxes were voluntary, who the fuck is gonna sit back and let all the fucking roads go crazy? The public gonna come together to be like, yo, what we need to do to fix this? Where my wallet at? The fuck? I use this road to get my kids to where they need to be in the mornings and for me to get to work. So I have a vested interest in getting this shit cracking. And society will come together to do that shit and other things. We're not so dumb that not only could we not manage it without them, that we wouldn't recognize the necessity of what needs to happen to fucking keep the shit in line or to progress. We're not gonna recognize none of that shit. How the fuck are we so in tune with how the world works that we can choose leaders for other people with this democracy mob rule bullshit? Man, get the fucking fuck out of here. All of these people doing this shit, they all claim to be, directly or indirectly, they claim to be superior to us in the idea of social organization, and I think it's some bullshit. I believe myself to be intellectually superior to so many of them, probably almost all of them. That I'm telling you, man, you can't let them fool you with the bullshit that they try and tell you over and over again, that voting works, voting is necessary, and with this fear that they try to propagate behind all this shit, that we wouldn't be okay without them, and I think that we would be. I think we'd be damn okay without them. It makes absolutely no sense that this position of an authority by strangers is the best that society can do. I like the tribal shit, man. I like the small communities. People sticking to themselves because that's how you live. You know, how many people hardly ever leave their hometown? You know, but you're being governed by a national and soon to be global attempt to do something very unnatural. If there was a king of planet Earth, that would be tragic. How do you do that, bruh? You need like so much trickery and foolishness and manipulation and violence and threat of violence and dominance to rule big areas of the world like that, that it cannot be respected off the way it sounds. This is a deal breaker. When they say this stuff, you should look at everything in between and lead up to this idea that the WHO or the World Economic Forum, Council on Foreign Relations, all these other big agencies and conglomerates of people in the upper echelon of industry, oil, technology, the military and industrial complex, all of the people at the tip top of all of these things, man, you have to know that there's an ego involved in who they are, that what they are doing is not going to align with what it is you think and want for your life. Man, there's no way that you got anything in common with these people, man. And any and everything that they do needs to be under heavy scrutiny. And as soon as you don't like it, you have to know that it is urgent business to tell them to fuck the fuck off before you fucking flip shit in here. There's nothing wrong with that because they do it in their nice little sweet political way. They tell you, y'all gonna lay the fuck down. We will lay you the fuck down, bro. They say that, and I don't give a fuck how you take it when you look at what it is that they saying on TV with all this fluffy ass legalese and talking in absolutes and all this other bullshit, bro. They talk like they already got it in the bag. They talk like what they're trying to present to you is an option to which you have really no option or recourse. That's how they talk to you. You listen to how they talking. If I talk to you the way they talk to you, you'll know something's wrong. Why you let a group of people do it because there's a group of people? The fuck that got to do with anything? One person saying that they gonna rape you and you gonna accept that shit ain't okay. 500 people telling you that you gonna get raped and that shit is okay. Don't make it okay. Ain't nothing gonna make it okay. It is what it is. Taxation is theft that will turn into extortion, which will turn into armed robbery. They will go all the way on your ass. They will go all the way on your ass. About what? Some money you earn with your life energy. Ask them if you own yourself, because if you do, they got to throw that tax shit out the window. If you ask them that and they say, no, you don't own yourself, sounds like you're being called into a fight. These are deal breakers. I don't see no other way. All that other legal shit in between, I don't care. People try to say, oh, well, we got to work with the system, and then you got to work for this. I don't care. No. Because if we turn up, they hit the red button. I say they done turned up on us already. This is the schoolyard bully, bro. They challenge it how you coming. They don't want you to be armed. Damn sure not like them. It's already too late for that. Y'all talk about the Second Amendment, like y'all trying to protect these gun rights and shit like that, and then y'all cheer when things go your way. But where the fuck is my Sherman tank, bro? Why we don't have lessons being put on by individual people who happen to acquire a fighter jet? Say, hey, who want to learn how to fly a fighter jet? They already got a leg up on us. That's why they acting the way they acting. They doing way too fucking much. Because they know they already got a big advantage over you. The Second Amendment been fucked up when I can't have a tank. And if I can have a tank with the money, then let me get to the fucking money because I want the fucking tank. I want all that shit. We have a right to look as intimidating as they do to let them know, hey, we will fuck y'all up too. Let's not forget. Y'all talk about this idea in glorifying this revolution from 1776 to independence and all that shit. Y'all talk about that like y'all proud of that. Like this is what makes this country great. That was a solid foundation in creating what we hope to be a successful experiment in the greatest reach for freedom the planet has probably ever seen before we discovered the government shit. Let me add that. Because if the history of humanity was a 24-hour time span, government showed up at like 11:45 p.m. You just got here. You just got here. Oh, yeah, the fake-ass history. Listen, the history super fake. It's so fake that I believe that ritualistically, not only did they forge certain parts of history that may be true, I do believe that they would fudge and fuck up and make up so much of the rest of it, including black history, that these things become catalysts for how far they're going to go in the future. This is how they got to the point where they are right now, with a whole bunch of fugazi ass capping. That's all they fucking do. It's a bunch of bullshit. And black people, we love to harp on how fake our history is in this country and to the world. Fact of the matter is, very much like the monetary system, which is meant to fuck everybody the fuck up. And if you understand the monetary system, you'll realize there is no need or benefit for us down here on this level to indulge in the racial divide. We're supposed to ignore that until later. We can fix that later. I think we actually fix it by going at the system and not at your racist neighbor. That ain't gonna fix it. But whatever lie they told us to hide our true identity from us, they also had to tell them white kids sitting right next to you in them same bullshit schools the same fucking lie. They cannot let anybody know what it is. Because you can see all over social media, a bunch of white people are coming with some receipts and some absolute facts that there is something. Even if you want to say that there's something, but you can't pin it to something. You can't pin it down. You can't quite put your finger on it. There is something about black people on this planet that's making people feel some type of way. But I always tell people the system says this to me. This is what I hear. The system screaming loud and proud. Fuck all of y'all, but fuck you niggas twice. They cannot get what it is that they want to dominate planet Earth by leaving all the white people alone and fucking with only the black people. It ain't gonna work. And if you know the monetary system and this global agenda and this bullshit what they got going on, you will know that why you arguing and bickering with a white boy because he's falling for the divide and he treating you like less of a person. And now you have a legitimate reason to stick up for yourself and for your peoples in dealing with racial shit in law enforcement, in other government arms, or even in your employment or anything. Wherever this ugly monster rears his head to black people, psychological divide or not, social engineering or not, you being called to action, you got to defend your shit. But and even then, I say, that's a tragedy, bruh. Because we supposed to be focusing on something else. They need us to do this so we don't look at them because racism is real. But where it's real at, it's way up there, where it's really real. Down here, they need us to act like that so that we don't realize that this white boy ain't got nothing to do with nothing. He never used his own moral compass to make any choices to do none of this stuff. Why would I argue with him? I don't give a fuck about him. If he racist, he can come see me because I got a gun. He'd die for that shit. If he don't want smoke like that, good. Get the fuck out of my way because I got a bigger issue with some other stuff. You are in the way, bro. Please move. That's what I say to the racist white boy. Please get the fuck out of my way, bro. Move. If you want smoke, then say that. If not, then please get out of my way. There's something else we're supposed to be doing. Because that American dollar, that petrodollar, that bullshit fiat ass dollar, yeah. And white skin ain't gonna save you from getting fucked up by that bullshit. That shit has come to destroy some shit, and you're not gonna get out of the fucking fire because you're white. And if you know that, you look at the white man and go, nigga, you gonna die right next to me. They pull the plug on this fucking dollar shit or the fucking grid crap. Boy, you gonna be safe because you white? All that fighting we be doing? Now look at you. Dead next to me. Fucking retard. Fuck out of here, bro. We gotta let that shit go on a certain level. We gotta let it go. When it comes to you, address it. When you in the free and clear and ain't no racists around you poking at you, click into position and focus on the bigger picture. Every single chance you get. We gotta let that shit go till later. And I think the best way to say fuck y'all for that slavery shit is to tell the system that allowed that shit that it can't exist. Because government permission and government endeavors behind pushing something like slavery is how it got there. A good white man couldn't have stopped it back then. A bad white boy can't bring it back right now. Why can't he? Because you got to get government to back that shit up for you. They have to be on the same page with that bullshit or else it's a no-go. Government said, yes, we doing this. Sponsor all of the endeavors to do that shit. And when they say, yo, we're not going to do that like that no more, then it was gone. They switched it to something else. A conditional slavery. Then if you break a law, we can throw you back. And until then, get out there and get that tax money and give it to us like that. But if you become dangerous to the other fucking cash cows on this tax farm, we will remove you because you fucking with the revenue generation. That's what they did. Which makes all of us slaves. The prison industrial complex is for everybody. But that's a direct death stare into the eyes of the beast when I say the system says fuck all of y'all, but fuck you niggas twice. Anybody can get their ass in prison if you fuck up, but they love to trap a nigga in that shit. They beat our environment, the black community, they beat that shit down to a certain level where there's a reasonable expectation for us to react in certain ways about that shit. You beat us down, you call us free, but then we not free. You kill all of our heroes in front of us, and then you impoverish us in such a way that when you introduce the fucking drugs they got here by how? How? By what conduit did it get here? Let's be real. I was just telling my sister last night. I don't give a fuck if a nigga get caught red-handed with 5 fucking keys of that blue ivory. That what they call that shit in the American Gangster? Was that it? Blue ivory or some shit like that? Whatever the guy called his shit, you know what I'm talking about. I don't give a fuck. You can get caught with 5 kilos of that potent shit. I don't give a fuck. I consider that shit planted because you didn't bring that shit here. You ain't got the plan for that shit. You ain't had nothing to do with all this other political shit that they was trying to pump that shit for with the real Ricky Ross situation and the Contra shit and the fucking Cuban or Colombian shit. Come on, man. That's some high-level shit that don't even get me started about Afghanistan and the fucking poppy fields, man. Come on, man. All that shit planted. You get caught red-handed. I say it was planted. I say we need to point to a bigger hand of why you end up having it in the first place. I don't know if that's completely your fault. Let's tell the whole story. Not telling the whole story is a big issue. As soon as a motherfucker want to focus in on the middle of the story to get to their bullshit fucking conclusion, I say that's a red flag, bro. That's a deal breaker. This is how y'all do business. I don't get it like none of y'all. All y'all can die in y'all motherfucking sleep. I hope a rhino fucking run through your house and stump all of y'all asses the fuck out. I hope a swarm of bees jump on your ass as soon as you leave that office building. I hope a fucking alligator eats you in the bathtub. I don't give a fuck. Fuck all y'all. I don't gotta like y'all. I don't gotta like y'all. The deal is off. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bruh. The gloves is off. Deal is broken. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all about none of that shit. Period. The fuck out of here. And that's why I see this shit. That's why I see a lot of this shit. And my mind cannot be changed. Period. The deal breaker, man. Shit is over, bruh. There's no way in hell you could rack up a history like Pfizer and they bullshit and still be good to do business. As soon as you fuck up, your ass is a felon for life. They'll let you out of prison and still call you a felon. They don't never just give you. They don't give you your life back, bro. They don't honestly give you your freedom and shit back. That shit's stupid, bro. And y'all let them do that shit. Because you scared about what they going to do to you. But they should be scared about what the fuck we going to do to them. They not scared, and that's crazy. Motherfuckers talking all this Second Amendment bullshit. So improve. Everything else is just inch out. Rainbow, and you can. Yeah, you right. You damn right, motherfuckers got to show and prove. But what would be ignorant and stupid is to fall into their political trap and their manipulation through their social media, through their media outlets, to be some fucking lone wolf out on some fucking suicide crusade to prove a fucking point that ain't gonna get you nowhere, so they can use you as an example of what not to do, call you crazy, and all this other shit. Fuck all that. We need a multitude of the people that we come correct. Ain't no fight to even be had. They'll be shocked off the fact that we all standing together talking that shit, that good shit, that gematria shit, that truth of 9/11 shit, or who the fuck killed Kennedy shit. Where the fuck did this money come from? And are y'all breaking laws to even do all of this shit? Because if so, deal breaker, story's over, everybody out of the fucking pool type shit. We need to do that. And if you really, really do that, and you're armed, ain't gonna be no fight. They're not gonna fight you, bro. They're gonna be scared as fuck. They gonna lay the fuck down. And we need a multitude of the people. And I ain't talking about just the people. I mean, half you motherfucking cops need to wake the fuck up and join our side. To literally say, man, we'll fuck shit up around here if y'all fucking with the people. That's what we out here to protect. And we not fucking playing. We will rock shit. Who wants some? Who want the fucking smoke, bro? That's a fucking truth. That's how it's supposed to fucking go, man. You're not gonna be able to get this shit being no motherfucking lone wolf. Period. Nobody wants to fucking do that shit. Nobody has to. We shouldn't have to do that. But these are deal breakers, bro. Deal breakers. I don't give a fuck about none of that other bullshit they talking about. These are deal breakers. And they should recognize them as deal breakers. They think it's sweet, but I would like to ask a politician, under what circumstances could they stand behind the idea of a revolution? What would have to happen for them to go, oh, it's revolution time. This is fucking stupid. What would it take, yo? I want a politician to tell me what it takes, hypothetically. Write me a movie. Write me a story. Write me a short story, a fictional story. Aligned with what you think is worth a revolution. Because according to Henry Ford and plenty of other fucking people for multiple reasons, but Henry Ford named a good one. He said, and I quote roughly, it's well off that the average man doesn't understand the banking system, because if he did, it'd be a revolution by morning. And it's the absolute truth. How can you fuck with the money system, man? You think that shit is okay? What you mean, gang? Yeah. My soul link for sale on eBay. I'm not whoring myself out. No way. You damn right. What do you mean? What do you mean a coconut smile? Have a nice day. I don't know what you mean, bro. Hell yeah, sugar free. Hell yeah. Fuck that. Man, listen, man, like they would love for me to feel like I'm willing to be who I am, to stand up for what's right, if I said that I also wanted to enlist in the military. Then they go, yeah, bring all that energy with you. That's okay. We got some flavor to add. We got some seasonings. We got a recipe for you. And then go do that shit. If I go smoke 7 or 8 enemies over in another fucking country, people that I don't know, people that they don't know, but somehow all of these strangers show up to do this to each other. If I did that, they wouldn't call me crazy or nothing. They would honor me. I get the Purple Heart and all that. But then if a nigga threaten my sister and I say I'll put that nigga in the dirt, all of a sudden I'm kind of dangerous. I'm doing too much. Why would I say that? Leaving it in the hands of the law. Get the fuck, man. Listen, there's enough contradiction and bullshit going around that I think the average person should be able to see past all of this shit. I'm always in awe of like how far government shit goes, man. Why can't we just tell them all your shit is on voluntary terms, bro? We vote with dollars, and as soon as we don't like your shit, you'll know because ain't no money in that. You closing that office. Get your candy dish and your picture of your ugly ass kids, uh, and get the fuck out of here. Cause we voted with our dollars and we don't need this particular service, or y'all are overstaffed, or all y'all got your hands in the cookie jar. Get the fuck out of here. It's voluntary terms and we vote with dollars, and you know when we don't rock with your shit because ain't no money for you. So get the fuck out of here. We can do a lot of voluntary shit to support society. How about a voluntary lottery, a real lottery? People throw money into a fucking pot, and we say we doing this lottery about to do some construction in a few areas around town, and we want to build this hospital, whatever. If you know y'all need the fucking hospital, we're not gonna have to ask y'all twice. Get your fucking money up. Get your money up if y'all need this fucking hospital. Y'all know what's up. You know you need it. So we're not going to ask y'all twice. Come on in. And then there's a lottery involved here. We'll draw numbers or whatever uh, for people that donate or give to the cause, and one of you lucky motherfuckers is going to win a third of this money, and then you just gonna pump it back into the local community anyway. And a few businesses is gonna do some good business when you start spending your money in the local area. This is a nice, pleasant, voluntary cycle of handling our business. So we could be doing that without this forced taxation and all this other shit. With people in the middle, with their hand in the cookie jar, get the fuck out my wallet. Fuck y'all. I don't know or like y'all. I don't have to like you. I don't have to deal with strangers. You don't got no authority over me. You have an illusion over me, and I have no moral obligation to listen to you. Y'all get my peace because these are the things that I agree with. As soon as I disagree, you're going to see me disagreeing. The fuck out of here. That's what it is. But I need to get my ass into work. Peace and love to y'all. Um, don't underestimate the power of the gun in your hands when you know damn well you've seen the power of the gun in the hands of a motherfucker that means you harm or means someone else harm, and then you honor and respect what the fuck that means in your life, that could equal death to you or somebody else. Man, you know you recognize that shit. Put that shit in your own hands, boy. Is 1 + 1 = 2 guns in the fight, bruh. Get a fucking gun, man. Damn, ain't nothing wrong with that shit. Especially black folks, they got y'all thinking that we got to be gang bangers, and if you don't want to look aggressive or out of place in society, avoid the gun culture. That's the way I kind of grew up, is to avoid the gun culture. That if I wasn't going to be a cop, that I should just avoid guns. That wasn't for me. It never even crossed my mind for a big part of my life, about half my life, that I would ever own a gun or what the fuck for. That's crazy. But I was raised in that perspective like that. To not have nothing to do with guns. There's a lot of people in my family that be like, man, you got guns and stuff, that's cool, man. Yeah, man, you got some shit. Yeah, I don't got one. I ain't really thinking about getting one. I see you doing your thing, and yeah, that's cool. You know, that's you, but that ain't me. I don't need no gun. And that's how a lot of my family is. And that's strange to me, man. That's sad. Uh, but yeah, let me get my ass into work so I can be paying bills and paying for the car that I just got and feeding the kids and all that good shit. Of course, buying guns. I got some new guns that I'm probably gonna buy before the end of the year. My birthday in December, so I'm definitely gonna treat myself to a firearm in or right before December. What I need to do is to do a gun collection video so I can show y'all the shit that I got. Hopefully, y'all see something that you like, something that inspires you or entices you to get involved. Guns are little beautiful works of art. You can modify and do little things to them to make them more efficient. And it's a beautiful thing, man. You can make them pretty much what you want to make of them, and they happen to also double as a life-saving appliance. So get a motherfucking gun, man. Do your thing. Keep your peaceful heart. Try to love everybody you can, and if you're gonna arm yourself and you thinking, man, I'm trying to love everybody. If I use this gun, that means that my life is also in danger. Who the fuck wants to go through that to do what? To act like a tough guy with a gun? No one really wishes a life-threatening event so that they can use their gun. I don't. I don't know who the fuck would ever think like that. If I ever had to draw my gun, I know I'm thinking that I might lose this fight. I might die right now. Who the fuck want to go through all that? To do what? I hope I don't never have to use a fucking gun, man. If I do, goddamn. May the universe be with me that I triumph over that. I don't want nothing to do with none of that shit, bro. But what I don't want is to have a conflict like that come to me, and then I go, I don't even got a chance, bro. You got the gun, I don't got one. Why is this happening? Ain't nobody got time for all that philosophical shit. You can't console this motherfucker. You can't put it through the therapy. You're not gonna be able to hug this shit out all the time. Sometimes you can't hug it out. That's why I try to hug when I can, because there may be a time where I can't hug this motherfucker. It's go time. So love everybody you can, man, and bring your firearm with you, because no matter how much you love other people, man, somebody might be willing to do harm to you, man, and that's a tragedy, man. That's sad, man, when you try and love everybody, but you can't get that back, and that's why I go hard in the idea of defense. If I'm trying to love everybody, and that ain't good enough for you, bro, and you still want to hurt me, man, I'll smoke your ass with a smile on my face, man. I thought I was doing everything I was supposed to do, man. I thought I was doing everything right. It ain't good enough, man. Gun smoke, bro. Fuck out of here, man. But I love y'all. Wu Bang, boy. This gun shit for everybody. Get your shit together. Please pay attention to the attempts to manipulate you. Everything is turning up all the time. I think they want to push this shit even further into some shit that we're not gonna be able to get out of, man. The C-19 was proof of that. We've been talking, all these conspiracy theorists have been talking all this shit for years, and somehow the world is looking more like what we were saying than what it is that the naysayers were saying. There's obviously something wrong. Stop being a bitch. And I say that because I was already trying to give you more credit than that, but it appears that some of y'all are just being some bitches, so now I gotta say it. I had higher hopes for you motherfuckers. It looked like you ain't really worth the freedom that you claim that you want. We'll see what happens at the end of the fucking story. When these motherfuckers, they gonna win? They might win, bro. I think they gonna get what they asking for. But what they asking for should include a whole bunch of sparks from a whole bunch of people who say fuck that shit. RPM, man. Resistance.